Hey guys, Extrasify here. Welcome back to another gold making video. Now lately on YouTube I've seen quite a few videos on how rogues can track for treasure chests that drop world drop BOE blue transmog pieces, and I figured it'd be quite interesting to give this a try myself and report back with you guys on just how much value I get. So obviously this is a rogue farm because rogues have the ability to track treasures, as you can see on the tracking list. Now this is only for the outlaw rogue. If you're assassination or subtlety, you are not able to track the treasures. Now along with this, one add-on that is absolutely a requirement is the Gathermate 2 add-on. And once you download that add-on, just go to import, make sure to click treasure, and then import the data. Now what will that do? Basically, it will pop up all available treasure chest spawn points in any zone, anywhere on your map. So even in any random zone that can have treasure chests, it will pop them up, as you can see here. So now that we are all set up and we are tracking the treasures, let's go ahead and start. I figured for this video I would farm in Kalimdor, just going zone to zone and picking up all the treasures that I find. One add-on that I believe will really help is the Farm HUD add-on. You guys know I love this farm, but basically it will allow any nodes that would pop up on, say, our minimap. It just puts it right in the middle of our screen, so I can kind of, semi-AFK fly around and get alerted whenever there are treasures. So with that being said, I'm just going to start in Tanaris and go all the way up. I don't think it would take me an hour to go to the very top, but I figured I'd just start at the bottom and go up. So I'll report back in an hour with all of my findings. So as you guys can see, even if you don't have the Farm HUD add-on, these little nodes will appear just as if you're mining or herbing. Same thing as long as you're tracking the treasures. And they stand out quite well. They're a bit outlined, so it's not too hard to find the treasures themselves. But basically, each treasure will have a BOE World Drop Blue item, and a lot of them can actually have some good value. Now, in my hours farm, I learned that there are about 2 per zone, and if they're a bigger zone, like Southern Barrens was, for example, I think I actually got 4 in that zone, which happens to be the most treasures I got during this farm. And one more thing to note, I would recommend skipping any of the starter zones, as the treasures there sometimes don't even give transmogs. Sometimes they give like bags and stuff. So I would just skip those zones altogether. Alright guys, so we are back after the 1 hour's farming. We ended up in Mount Hyjal. Now, I started in Tanaris, obviously, and went all throughout almost all of the zones. Now, I decided to skip a few zones, notably the Northern Barrens, Duratar, Ajara, and Darkshore, as well as Teldrassil and Bloodmist Isle and all that, because those very low-level chests really don't give any greens or blues, because those chests only give random greens, or sometimes even not even a green. Sometimes they'll give like a bag, and it's just really crappy and not worth your time, so avoid starter zones in general. But as far as the loot, I gotta say I'm quite impressed, and I really enjoyed this gold farm as it was very lazy and easy. Now this is everything that we got. This was the exception of the green I got in the Northern Barrens, and then I got these in Ajara, which these are actually not too bad, but we're here for the World Drop BOE Blues, not really these, so those were okay. Now I also actually got a pet, which I was not aware of, but if you actually go into Dustwallow Marsh, there are a few of these darts nests, and if you find a nest, you can literally just loot it and you get a pet. So that was cool. That was about 1,000 gold. But the most notable items I got this in Oldham, the Robes of Whispering Sands. 2,000 on my auction house, but it goes for like 40 to 50k region wide. It's probably a little bit inflated, but not bad at all. Now I'm not going to go through each of these items, but I will highlight a few key ones, starting with the Wolf Fear Harness. This was a really nice find. I got this in Southern Barrens. This one has a region value of 20k, 15k on my auction house, and a high sale rate as it looks really nice. So that one was really cool. Then we got a Hellslayer Battle Axe. I believe this also was in Southern Barrens. This was 8k, got a 10 to 15k region wide. Then next up we got the Feet of the Lynx. I believe I got these in Stone Talon Mountains. They are actually 11k on my auction house, but about a 5 to 6k region wide, and they are a unique appearance, which is really nice. We got a Beazel's Basher. Now, I'll be honest, I don't remember where I got this one from. I believe it was a lower level, so probably like Stone Talon or something. 6k value with that one. And then another Cataclysm. I believe I got this in Hyjal at the very end. This was Brittany's Ceremonial Spalders for 7k on my auction house and about 11 to 12k value region wide. And then a bunch of these were just some mid-level, few thousand value on each of these, which is really nice. So as you can see, we actually got quite a bit of transmog in general. You know, each one of these chests gives one piece of loot. So these were actually pretty solid. Now this lower level of items are just the cheaper items, and then this bottom level here was our cheap stuff. You know, we have things like rings and necklaces that you obviously cannot transmog, and then just some cheaper level items like these boots were 20 gold. A few of these I actually did get in Winter Spring, so I would maybe recommend just skipping Winter Spring or avoiding it. But yeah, like this crossbow, the needler, and the saffron scale boots I all got in Winter Spring. And while they're nice to have, you know, they don't really have much value. So yeah, overall, very impressed with this hour's results. So let's go and hover over the Bag Appraiser add-on and see how much value we have. Alright, so if we hover over this minimap icon, as always, it'll show the value in the bags. So we ended with just over 74,000 gold in value. That's actually really nice. Now obviously you can do some transmog farming in dungeons and get similar value, but I thought this was a really unique way of farming for transmog, as well as it's just really relaxing and enjoyable to fly to the old world zones. I don't know, it's just something about it. And then on top of it, as it's just a super laid back way of farming gold, you know, I was just watching YouTube during the majority of it, obviously flying to and from all the chests, but yeah, it was really enjoyable. And I kind of want to try this as like a little mini series, doing an hour of this maybe on each of the continents, maybe like Eastern Kingdoms and Northrend, things like that. So let me know if you guys want to see that. But aside from that, thank you very much for watching today's video. I hope you guys give this one a try. I highly recommend it. And with that being said, thank you again for watching. Good luck with your auction house sales, and I'll see you guys in the next gold making video.